To begin the quest information gathering, we return to Coral, summoned by disgraced former Fighters Guild champion Modryn Oreyn. We then find the retired mercenary pacing around his modest abode, still in his full iron gear.
Let me handle this.
Handle what, Modryn?
Well met.
I thought you were gonna congratulate me in becoming the latest Fighters Guild champion. You got that look in your eye. Oh no, you've got duties.
These certainly won't be official duties. Fact is, you'll likely be expelled from the guild if Velena gets wind of the fact that you're here. And I've already been expelled. Doesn't mean I'm done, though. I'm taking down the Blackwood Company, and I want your help doing it.
Look, Usually I wouldn't want to get involved. I just became the Fighters Guild champion, but honestly, even as champion they don't have contracts for me. So what's the point? Tell me, how do you propose on dealing with this Blackwood Company?
To bring them down, I need more information. My sources tell me they're trying to expand, and they've set up camp in Glademist Cave. I want you to go there and capture Argonian, one of their leaders. Bring him back to me. I'd like to spend some time talking to him.
Argonian. Sounds made up. What are you gonna do when I get him? Have a heartfelt chat about why the Blackwood Company's stealing all our contracts? Give me a good reason why I should abduct this Argonian.
He's the one in charge of this expansion. I know he's a high-ranking member of the group. An Argonian mage, from what I hear.
Did you say mage? Say less.
Go get him!
With the enthusiastic Modryn urging us on, we pause, taking a quick inventory of his home, seeing a well-made bed with no canvas sitting atop it, thinking perhaps he could have spent his leisure time painting instead of cooking up these revenge plans against the Blackwood Company.
You got him?
What do you mean, got him? Got who? I haven't even left yet. Have you seen me leave this building?
What is it? I need you to go get Argonian. Go get him!
We then depart the Dark Elf's abode in search of this Argonian. And we begin a long ride on the Orange Road towards Glademist Cave to the northeast, a note in our journal. I've spoken to Modryn Oreyn, who tells me that although he's been expelled from the Fighters Guild, he will still work to restore its honor. To that end, he wants me to go to the Glademist Cave and capture a Blackwood Company leader, Argonian. Veering off the beaten path that snakes its way to Bruma, we take in the night air and see that the cave's entrance overlooks the Imperial City nicely. Why the Blackwood Company didn't set up shop in the city versus a cave seems to be telling of their future exploits and plans. Once inside the cavern, we begin our hunt for the Argonian mage. Rounding the first corner, we find a small campfire presided over by two Blackwood Company members. One of them, an Argonian. The humanoid on the left, however, rushes to meet us in a not-so-welcoming manner.
This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death! Take that! Die! Die! I fought mud crabs more fearsomely.
Not allowing the man to get out his tired mud crab taunt, we're shocked to see he is an Imperial, and the rumour that the Blackwood Company is foregoing their beast-folk-only policy as their numbers spiral out of control is all but confirmed. Curiously, the only piece of Blackwood paraphernalia on the man is a Blackwood shield. He's not even worthy of full armour, it seems. Peering past the campfire into the cave to the northeast, the Argonian seems to be distracted, and we loose a single arrow at the archer. As this clearly is no Argonian mage. Searching the Argonian's body, we find among its effects a steel bow and steel arrows, an upgrade from our iron weaponry. Equipping our new bow and arrows, we make our way through the camp, past the many supply crates, showing the Blackwood Company are looking to hole up in this cave for quite some time. We snake our way through a southwestern cavern into a ravine, and as we make our way through, hear voices above.
Come out where I can see you.
At the end of the crevice, we find a skeleton who's lost its arm, guarding its small prize, and look inside the chest to see a paltry bounty of a weak potion of night eye and 9 gold. Hardly worth dying over. We then make our way back through to the northwest, finding another camp, this time unguarded. And to the southwest, discover where the voices had come from, as 2 Argonian archers are smartly posted behind crates as sentries, and clearly guarding something or someone of great import to the southwest, and so it's on us to break the defensive line.
That's the best you can do. Nothing to worry about.
With the second Argonian falling down the small ravine, we then began to pick at the miscellaneous items they've left behind. Curiously, discovering that all Argonians thus far seem to be archers, better equipped with steel weaponry. Heading through a wooden door and skulking our way up the path to the northeast, we see 2 figures by another campsite. Again, it looks to be an Imperial. Collecting the weaponry off the Argonian's body and then the Imperial, we start to notice a pattern in the Blackwood Company. That the humans are bearing shields and melee weapons with lower grade iron armor to protect them. However, their Argonian counterparts all are archers, so they can stand safely behind their quote-unquote human shields and lob arrows at any enemies, a telling tactic for the Beast Folk First faction. Now, true to form, we find in the cavern to the northeast ahead, a similar duo waits in the dark.
Here! Die! Am I supposed to be in... Take that. Die. Die, Car.
Collecting the spiked Blackwood Company's shield off the fallen Imperial, we equip it and a sword, ready for the next onslaught of melee attacks. Finding a cave winding to the east is not guarded by an Imperial that protects an Argonian, but instead 2 melee weapon-wielding Imperials acting as bodyguards for whatever's behind the final door.
It ends here! Die! I fought mud crabs more fearsome than you. Am I supposed to be impressed? Die, you pathetic worm! Take that! That the best you can do?
After felling the duo, we come to a disturbing realization. Both are Imperial and wield melee weapons primarily in iron armor, and have similar haircuts to ourselves, and wonder, could our exploits be known to the Blackwood Company? Is this a mocking tribute to our rise through the ranks, or is it simply coincidence they're hiring Imperials as human shields, as they know perhaps we would hesitate in killing our own before them? Whatever the case, after looting said Imperials, we find to our right a cupboard that houses a small armory that includes weapons, armor, as well as a whole bevy of potions and scrolls to boot, plus 5 bear pelts and 5 repair hammers. Heading through the door the Imperials were guarding to the north, we follow the winding tunnels deeper into the cavern, and a final rickety door that flings open, to see an Argonian dressed in fineries. This must be the mage Argym.
Get away. You will die here.
Now, it should be noted the quest diverges into two distinct paths. We can bring Argym back to Modryn Oreyn, as we'd been tasked to do so. Or, funnily enough, even though we have to find out information from the Argonian, he's not essential at this point, and can be killed, though there are consequences. With the Argonian slain, our quest completes prematurely reading. Argym has died. I will be unable to learn anything more from him. Oreyn is unhappy I took the interrogation too far. Though, funnily enough, we didn't bother asking any questions. We can search his body to find his high-class outfit and Blackwood cuirass, plus pocket change, before returning to Oreyn empty-handed. The Dark Elf scolds.
Since you managed to make a mess of the interrogation, we've got extra work to do if we're going to stop the Blackwood Company.
With no reward for our bloodlust. Instead, we could have first approached the asinine Argonian, who would instead question.
What do you want? Get away from me.
As long as his cronies are dead, we can then threaten. Dead or alive, you're coming with me.
Fine. I'll come with you. My guards are dead. You win for now.
Argy-bargy is forced to follow. We briefly check out his cave dwelling, finding a cupboard to the northwest that houses some gold and paint supplies, as perhaps Oreyn will appreciate them, as we're yet to see a canvas on his easel. Though, other than a few paltry paint supplies, we find nothing of interest. Turning heel to leave, Khajem drags his heels as we turn on him, and seeing through his simple magic, he complains.
I'm beaten. Leave me alone.
Not yet. Wait till we get to Coral. Inside the fallen guild champion's home, Oreyn awaits our arrival expectantly, appraising.
You've got him. Let's talk about Argym.
What about him? This is Argym, right?
You've brought him back. Good. I want to know the size of their forces and who is leading them. I also want to know the source of their strength. Do what you must to make him talk. If you can smooth talk him, fine. If you need to rough him up, so be it. But don't kill him. We need him to talk. Now, go tell him to sit down. If he tries to get up, I'll kill him myself.
Before the interrogation begins, we note in our journal, Oreyn would like me to learn some things from Argym, how large the Blackwood Company is, who leads the company, and what is the source of their power. Oreyn has told me I'm to use whatever means necessary to get this information. Purposefully striding towards the formerly fear-stricken mage, he boldly questions.
What do you want? Is it time for torture? Ha! Do your worst.
Sit down. Now.
Fine. You don't scare me, beat me, torture me. I'll never talk to you.
The Argonian then, to our surprise, sits down on the chair at the end of Oreyn's bed. A little taken aback at how nonchalant he seems, we edge towards the Dunmer, and he guides.
We're making progress. Work on him until he talks. Try not to kill him. Make him sing.
We now have two options at our disposal. 1, speech deception, or 2, painting the walls red. It should also be noted, choosing the violent option, it's still easy to kill the Argonian prematurely in pursuit of knowledge.
I won't talk to you, never. Do your worst.
Our quest would also similarly complete as before, and Oreyn will bafflingly be optimistic with this outcome.
We're making progress.
Looting the lizard's goods and returning to Oreyn, he would similarly sum up.
Since you managed to make a mess of the interrogation, we've got extra work to do if we're going to stop the Blackwood Company.
Not killing our interrogation victim prematurely, we can attempt the opposite. To succeed with option 1, speechcraft deception, we can speak with Argym and raise his disposition up to 90.
Say what you're going to say. That will get you something.
This can be accomplished through persuasion, charm spells, or bribes. bribing the miserly mage, we find it works surprisingly well, and our quest will update as we've successfully cleared the first part of the interrogation. It appears Argym may be ready to give me information, and it seems Argym becomes more compliant.
Perhaps you do understand. Perhaps I can help you a little.
However, if we used fists for the first phase, as to not kill the squishy reptile, he would instead concede.
Yes, enough. What? Oh, I'll tell you what you want.
We can then begin the interrogation proper, asking, "Tell me, how large is the Blackwood Company?"
We are over 100 strong now. We grow by the day.
We then find he refuses to answer the second two questions, being, who leads the Blackwood Company?
No, I will not betray him. I will not tell you.
Tell me the secret of your strength.
Never. I would rather die. I will tell you nothing.
Beginning the cycle once more to befriend the mage, we give him our prized tankard as he drinks deeply, saying, "Look, sorry for pushing. Thirsty work protecting all those secrets. Drink up."
I shouldn't say any more, but you have treated me so well. Perhaps I can trust you.
Otherwise, slashing the scales off his hide, we can loosen that forked tongue of his.
Stop, please. What is it? What more do you want?
We then press, who leads the Blackwood Company?
Forgive me, my master. It is Rizikar. He leads us, and he will have your head. He will kill you all.
Rizikar? He couldn't lead a boat to shore. Tell me the real secret of your strength.
Nothing more. I chose death. Long live the Blackwood Company.
Astonishingly, the Argonian then bursts into flames, no doubt due to his treacherous magics. Flabbergasted, we note. Rather than divulge the Blackwood Company's secret, Argym has killed himself. I should speak with Oreyn for further instructions. Looking over his corpse, it's then we find amidst his possessions a previously hidden Blackwood ring of silence he must have slipped out of his pocket, imparting a gruesome 150 fire damage on self and the cause of his fiery demise. Turning to Oreyn, he rightly concludes.
Damn, killed himself. Must have had some sort of magic item we didn't notice.
Well, the mage is dead, but I managed to magic out of him the leader's name, Rizikar.
You got some information out of him, which is good. We can use it. Here, take this. It might help you sometime. Good work.
We're then rewarded by Oreyn a necklace we don't receive if Argym dies early, being the Lesser Amulet of Interrogation, which, in a wry nod to our two choices, either buffers our hand-to-hand combat or speechcraft abilities, though probably would have been more useful before the interrogation, but beggars can't be choosers. With the grisly deed done and necklace in full view thanks to our stylish vest, the Dark Elf then goes on to appraise.
We've got some work to do if we're going to stop the Blackwood Company. Good work.
We then note, though we did not get all of the answers we'd hoped for, Oreyn is pleased with the information we gained. However, the toll of her actions and no doubt upcoming retribution against the clandestine company weighs heavily on us. And we drink to our misfortune, knowing more blood will be spilled in the growing quest for revenge.